Hello, and welcome to the Survival to Success podcast. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to break free from emotional eating using the power of hypnosis. Emotional eating is a very common issue that many people face. So, if you have this problem, you're definitely not alone. Emotional eating involves using food as a coping mechanism for emotions like stress, anxiety, and depression. And, I've been there. Emotional eating can provide some temporary relief, but it also leads to long-term negative consequences like, for example, weight gain, poor health, self-deprecation, and low self-esteem. And I remember my own example of this back starting in my late teen years. And when I look back, I think, wow, I had such a serious love-hate relationship with food. I saw food as the thing that helped to soothe me while eating it, but then I would feel sick afterwards because I worried about the food then, of course, making me fat. And I had a really hard time balancing what the heck a healthy eating pattern was. And I was on a roller coaster of maybe I wouldn't eat at all, then I would binge eat, then I might even purge. And looking back, this bad relationship with food was a significant part of my adult life. And the purging was primarily when I was in my late teens. Um, but the bad relationship with food was something that persisted through my adult years. And so which now that I look back and now that I've healed from this, I was in perpetual cycles of never being enough, in the cycle of perfectionism, procrastination, and beating myself up for things. A lot of times I was beating myself up for everything. No matter how hard I tried to do good work, I was just caught up in having control issues. I just wanted to have control of something. So yeah, I wanted to desperately have control over something. And so then I had very little self-value and self-worth as a result. And I can see how all of this was the beginning of the vicious cycle of emotional eating. And this went on for many years. I would emotionally eat. I would get upset with myself. And then I would exercise vigorously to work off those calories and then do the same thing over and over again, repeatedly. And so finally, once I got the help I needed from a transformational coach only a few short years ago, I discovered the balance I needed. I needed to learn to love myself. And I discovered hypnosis as a way to treat my perfectionism, which is the never enough cycle that I've talked about in some recent podcast episodes. And if you haven't heard those, certainly go back and listen. I was also in the cycle of procrastination that was continually fueling my emotional eating cycle. And because I would eat during procrastination, because procrastination was this draining feeling of not being able to do stuff or putting things off, and then I would eat as a habit in between. And so really, once I discovered hypnosis, it took consistency and persistence to attend my appointments, to take the time to relax and listen to my hypnosis audio every single day. And then I was able to finally break free, not only from emotional eating, but from procrastination and the perfectionism that was part of what was fueling this emotional eating. So I want to talk to you today about hypnosis and how it is a powerful tool that can help you to break free from emotional eating patterns and to develop healthier habits to transform your health. And I've talked about hypnosis in episode 60 of my podcast. So if you want more details about hypnosis itself, please go back and listen to that episode if you haven't already. But hypnosis is a natural state of focused attention that allows individuals to access their subconscious mind. And this hypnotic state of mind is very similar to the experience of being really engrossed in a good book or engrossed in a movie. And during my hypnosis, my trained hypnotist used techniques such as guided imagery, relaxation, and positive suggestions to help me to reprogram my thoughts and beliefs about food, and then also my relationship with food and also with myself. And so this is the thing. This was so powerful because the changes that I noticed and the transformation I got from this form of therapy and treatment were so fast and so dramatic that I decided to become a hypnotherapist myself. And so I add hypnotherapy now to my coaching. So now I have some stories from the work that I have done with my own clients, and I will not use the real names here just for privacy reasons. One of the most inspiring stories of how hypnosis can help with emotional eating is the story of Nancy. Nancy was in her late 40s and she struggled with emotional eating like I did for years. She would turn to food whenever she felt stressed, anxious, or sad. And Nancy had tried different diets and programs, but none of them worked for her in the long term. And so finally, she decided to try hypnosis. So during her hypnosis sessions, Nancy discovered that her emotional eating was rooted in deep-seated beliefs about herself and her worthiness, which is no surprise, right? With her help, with my help as her hypnotherapist, Nancy was able to reprogram those beliefs and develop a healthier relationship with food. And so she then learned to listen to her body's hunger signals and then make healthier choices and learn to start loving and appreciating herself. And as a result, she then lost weight, gained confidence, and then had a total transformation of her health. Another really inspirational story is the story of John. He was a busy executive in his early 40s, and he often worked long hours and traveled frequently. And he turned to food as a way to cope with the stress and the pressure of his job. And he found that his weight had gradually increased over the years. And then he noticed he was starting to have health problems as, like, for example, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And so then he decided to try hypnosis after hearing about how effective it was from one of his friends. And so during his hypnosis sessions with me, he learned to manage his stress and his emotions in healthier ways. He also developed a deeper understanding of his relationship with food and the reasons behind his emotional eating habits. And so, with my help as his hypnotherapist, he was able to break free from his emotional eating patterns and develop healthier habits. He then lost weight, he improved his health, was able to get off medication, and felt far more in control of his life and his health. So while hypnosis is an extremely powerful tool to break free from emotional eating, it's important to remember that it's not some kind of magic solution. It does require commitment, effort, and a willingness to change. However, the benefits of hypnosis are long-lasting and totally life-changing. And in these examples, Nancy and John both got dramatic results because they were committed to making the time, which is about 30 minutes, relaxing every single day, listening to their hypnosis audio, and then also journaling. And with the journaling part is they journaled what emotions and thoughts came up for them during the process, like during the coaching, during the hypnosis, during the sessions. And really listening to the audio and doing the journaling is a very important part of having success with hypnosis and that kind of therapy. Now, the other thing is humor can also play a role in breaking free from emotional eating, because how often have we been caught up in this stress and seriousness cycle? And so laughter is a powerful tool to reduce stress and improve mood. Of course, then this can help to get away from emotional eating, because when you have no stress and you're happy, how many times do you feel drawn to emotionally eat? Like you don't, right? So finding ways to incorporate humor into your life can really be a tool to help you to break free from emotional eating patterns as well. And another way that you can break free from emotional eating is if you have some kind of a food diary, and you can actually document your emotions instead of writing down the actual food that you ate. You can just record how you felt before and after eating. And this can be part of your journaling to help you to become aware of the emotional triggers and just to become more self-aware about your feelings and really allowing yourself to feel those, and then gradually developing healthier coping mechanisms. And so these are just some tips and tools that you can use to help to assist you to overcome emotional eating. And definitely, if you've never considered hypnosis before, then that would be, it's an absolute gift to be able to break free from emotional eating. And so overall, getting away from emotional eating or breaking free from that pattern is totally possible with the help of hypnosis. Hypnosis can help you to reprogram your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, your thoughts and beliefs about your body, and then your thoughts and beliefs about food. And you'll naturally develop healthier habits. Hypnosis as a tool requires commitment and effort, but it is worth it because the benefits of hypnosis are long lasting and totally life changing. So, if you are interested in talking to me about how hypnosis can help you transform not only your relationship with yourself, but also with food, be sure to book a free connection call to discuss your personal situation, explore why what it was that what you've tried didn't work, and maybe discuss a program that will help you to get out of the vicious cycle of emotional eating. So the takeaway from this episode is that hypnosis can completely transform your health. It can transform your relationship with food. It can help you to overcome emotional eating and assist you to achieve your health goals much faster and much easier. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Until next time, drink lots of water, smile, and make your health a priority.